guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here with a tag video, and this tag video is super appropriate for right now because it is a very wintry sort of tag. It is called the Snowstorm Book Tag, and I just think it was very appropriate to do because in the last week, many areas of the United States have been hit by this massive snowstorm, Michigan included. For us, it was kind of business as usual. A little extra snow than we're used to, but not a big deal. But I know there were definitely parts of the country that were not prepared or are not used to getting that kind of weather. So I really feel for them, and I hope they're all doing okay, especially the people in Texas. They especially are really struggling right now. So anyway, I wanted to do this tag because it is all about kind of being stuck in a snowstorm, and it was created by Always Booked, so I will link her original video down below if you want to check it out. And let's go ahead and get into the questions. So question 1 is, good morning. When you wake up, you see snow is falling outside. Name a book that you weren't quite sure how you felt about it. For that, I have my stack right here. By the way, I'm sitting in a chair today instead of sitting on the floor, kind of trying this out, see how it is. It's different, but I like it. Anyway, the answer to this question is Running with Scissors by Augusta Burroughs, because this is a memoir, and when I read it, I was very, it was a very interesting story. The writing was good, but I also felt just weird about it. It's one of those memoirs that has been challenged in terms of its authenticity, and it just really got me thinking about memoirs in general. So though I enjoyed it, I felt a little conflicted about it, I guess. Question 2, it looks so pretty when everything is white and sparkly. Show us your favorite wintry cover. And for this, I have 2, because the first one is Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna. I just like this one because one of my favorite things to see covered in snow are trees. They always look so beautiful, especially that light, fluffy sort of snow. It's just so gorgeous. Yeah, so this one, but then the other one I really like is Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, and it's because of how it's captured the snowflakes on the girl's eyelashes. I think that's really cool and different. So yeah, there you go. Question 3, there's nothing like playing in some freshly fallen snow, so you call some of your friends to go sledding. Name one of your favorite friend groups. For sure, the Quartet from the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. I just love the way that they all come together, the way that they're all brought together, and just the journey they go on. By the end, they just have this great relationship. They've gone through a lot together, and yeah, there's hard stuff, but there's humor, there's love, there's all kinds of stuff, so I just love them. Question 4, you must have slept in a little because the best hills are already pretty busy and the snow is packed down firm, making the hills extra fast. Name a book that was so fast-paced you couldn't stop reading. And this is actually like a winter-themed book, which I didn't plan. And though this wasn't like a book I loved, I think it was a 3-star read. It was a very compulsive read. I couldn't put it down. I had to find out what was happening. It was very, very fast-paced and just crazy. And that is No Exit by Taylor Adams. It takes place in a very short amount of time. Like I said, it takes place during a blizzard. So yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot that goes on in this book. It's a good winter sort of thriller though, if you're looking for something like that. Question 5, the roads are getting bad and the traffic is crawling. Name a book that took you forever to get through. And this is because it's just such a big book, but that is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This took me months to read, and this I read years ago, shortly after college, I think, and it's a lot. It's a lot, and it spans a long period of time. But I think the reason like I said, I think the reason it took so long is because it is so big. Because in the end, I thought that it was a great book. I really enjoyed it. Would I read it again? Maybe. Maybe if I felt like I wanted to tackle it again. But yeah, this was a lot of work, but well worth the read. Okay, question 6 is sledding is fun but exhausting. Time to have a snack. Name a book with a foodie element. I don't have a lot of books with foodie elements because I'm not a foodie, like I don't really get into that stuff. I know some people do though. But this one kind of has an element. That is Heartless by Marissa Meyer, because in this one, our main character wants to be a baker. So there's a lot of talk about baking and baked goods and treats and stuff. It kind of makes you hungry when you're reading it, which is great. Question 7. That snack was great, but you just can't quite shake the chills, so you go sit by the fireplace to get some heat. Name a hot new release that you loved or one that you're excited about. I'm going to talk about one I'm excited about because it hasn't come out yet. I don't think it comes out until the end of March or maybe April, but it's called Goddess of Filth by V. Castro, and the reason I'm super excited about it is because it's supposed to have kind of the Craft vibes, which as a 90s kid, I was a teen when the Craft came out. I want to say I was in middle school. And I was obsessed with that movie, I think like most girls my age, and I watched it all the time. And so it's supposed to kind of have the Craft vibes, but then it also has to do with a possession, which you guys know is a major like buzzword or like trope for me. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. Question 8. The snow has been falling for hours and it's still coming down out there. Name an ongoing series that you are loving. Loving it. I just got volume 4. Hopefully I'm going to read it by the end of this month. I don't know though. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze it in. If not, I'll definitely be continuing the series in March. I just love this. It's so kind of outside my wheelhouse, but it's great because it's sci-fi. It's got so like I said, it has some sci-fi elements. It has like a love story. There's some like awesome artwork, just awesome characters. It's just cool. I just love it. Question 9. It's evening now and there's so much snow. Schools have been called and activities have been canceled for tomorrow, giving you nothing to do but stay home and read. It's my favorite sort of day. Name a book you finished in a day. And I'm a pretty slow reader. I think that's no secret. So it's very hard for me to finish a book in one day. But I do have this little ditty that I finished in about like, I don't know, it took me probably 30 minutes or something, but this is Fox 8 by George Saunders, and it is like a little it has kind of a fairy tale sort of vibe to it, and it's told from the perspective of a fox. So it has a very cute, innocent, sort of childlike narrative to it, and it also has some cute little illustrations to go along with it. And yeah, it's also a pretty quick read. So something great for a slow reader like me to finish in a day. And then question 10, the last question is, it's time to go to bed and get warm and cozy. Name a book or genre that you read when you want some comfort. For that, I kind of reach for, there's kind of 3 different answers for this. The first is I really like classics for some reason. I don't know what it is, but just kind of bundling up, getting snuggled under a blanket and reading a classic just feels very cozy and comforting. For example, one of my favorite classics, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I just like that vibe. I also tend to kind of reach for historical fiction in the winter time. I don't really know why. So a great historical fiction writer, also if you like mystery elements, is Kate Morton. Even though all the books I've read by Kate Morton take place in spring or summer, so they don't really have a winter vibe. They still are very cozy and just, they're just great to like curl up in a blanket with. And then I also really like mysteries and like kind of like detective sort of stories. Those for some reason feel cozy to me and comforting as well, even though sometimes they can get pretty dark. I don't know, that's just me. But like books like The Alienist, this one also is also like historical. Because it takes place in late 1800s New York City. But it's a murder mystery basically. And it actually takes place in the wintertime too, I think, if I remember. So yeah, so those are kinds of the things I tend to gravitate towards when I want something comforting and cozy. All right guys, so that is the snowstorm book tag. Let me know down below how you would answer some of these questions. Let me know down below if you got hit by that snowstorm and how you're doing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and that, you know, the snowstorm wasn't too bad for you. And I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.